Hi, I'm Cassie Pikarsky, Director of Strategic Initiatives for the Truman Library Institute, and your host for 75 and 5. As part of the Truman Library Institute's commemoration of the 75th anniversary of the Truman administration, 75 and 5 highlights the important moments and significant developments that led to some of Harry Truman's biggest decisions. Today, we're going to look at the 75th anniversary of the winter of 1946 and 1947. Having vowed to fight to end evils like this, and undeterred by the judicial branch and Congress's Southern Democratic bloc, Truman leaned on presidential powers and the Constitution, yes, that is Truman, touching the U.S. Constitution, to issue Executive Order 9808 on December 6, 1946. The order established the President's Committee on Civil Rights to explore how the government could guarantee the freedoms embodied in the Constitution. The committee was geographically, racially, and gender diverse, dubbed the Noah's Ark Committee for its makeup. 2 women, 2 African Americans, 2 Southerners, 2 business leaders, 2 college presidents, 2 labor leaders, and 2 Jews, 2 Catholics, and 2 Protestants. In each case, 1 clergyman and 1 prominent layman. But it was intentionally not ideologically diverse, with only progressives and moderates. Truman later said, "I created this committee with a feeling of urgency. No sooner were we finished with the war than racial and religious intolerance began to appear and threaten the very things we had just fought for." Speaking of war, on December 31st, 1946, Truman issued a proclamation officially terminating the period of World War II hostilities, which he's seen signing here. In the new year, Truman reopened the White House to tourists and reinstated formal receptions and state dinners. And of course, Truman wanted White House entertaining done by the rules, which had not changed in half a century. The assistant head usher, J.B. West, recalled they brought back all the pageantry, all the formality, all the pomp that we had all but forgotten how to execute. Before the evening of the diplomatic reception, White House engineers informed Truman that the chain holding the center chandelier in the East Room was stretching. Truman crossed his fingers it would hold for the night and had it removed first thing the next day. This was just one of several chandelier incidents that foreshadowed the renovation to come. Meanwhile, in the West Wing, Truman once said of General George Marshall, the 15th Chief of Staff of the United States Army, "He was a man you could count on to be truthful in every way. And when you find somebody like that, you have to hang on to them." And hang on to him, Truman sure did. The president started off 1947 by appointing Marshall Secretary of State on January 21st. Marshall was the first career soldier to take the position, and the assignment was considered a huge step forward for the troubled Truman administration. The next day, Truman made his second big appointment for the year, a stunning example of bipartisan friendship and mutual respect. Following up on a conversation they first had in May of 1945, Truman enlisted former Republican President Herbert Hoover to study the critical food problems in Central Europe and make recommendations for its solution. In addition to critical food problems, Europe was crumbling under one of the worst winters on record. In Britain, on top of the extremely serious economic situation, the whole country was now literally snowbound. While the warning signs had been mounting for months, British Ambassador Lord Inverchapel's urgent message to the State Department on February 1st, 1947 came much sooner than expected. Great Britain could no longer provide economic and military support for Greece and Turkey. The British hoped the Americans would take their place. 6 days later, Secretary of State George Marshall told Truman and a group of congressional leaders that it is not alarmist to say that we are faced with the first crisis of a series which might extend Soviet domination to Europe, the Middle East, and Asia. Truman agreed that when it came to Greece and Turkey, the choice was acting with energy or losing by default. Tune in next time to see how Truman decided to act with energy, because we all know that losing by default was never an option. If you enjoyed what you heard today, follow the Truman Library Institute on Facebook and visit our website to sign up for our email newsletter for updates on programs, events, symposiums, and more 75 and 5 episodes, highlighting the legacy of our 33rd president. Details and comments in the links below. Until next time, as Truman once said, do your best. History will do the rest.